Hello, welcome back. I'm Scott.
And I'm Allison.
And today we're jaw-jacking with Jarhead and Ginger. And friends.
Yay!
We have Dustin and Leslie here from the Wayward Waggs.
Hi.
As he mentioned, we're here with Dustin and Leslie from Wayward Waggs, and we're happen to be camping right next to them.
Yeah.
And we've been having a great time, and so we decided to do a jaw-jacking with them. And so that is just where we sit down and we talk with our friends. And so that you can get to know them if you don't already.
It's been quite a while since we've done a jaw-jacking with friends too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very cool.
So yeah, these are great.
It was kind of cool that our paths happened to cross up.
Yeah,
So
it
worked
was
out.
great. I'm glad it did too.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of fun.
Correct.
So we first found out about Dustin and Leslie when we were in Okinawa, still planning to do our full-time RV. We saw their channel and saw how they do the ending that we'll talk about, and I was just in tears. So we've followed them since then, and we're finally getting to meet. And so they're going to tell us about how did you get started with your full-time RV living?
That was actually Leslie's idea. Believe it or not, we tell that story and people are like, especially people that know Leslie,
Yeah. Yes.
like, how was it Leslie's idea to go
There's no
full-time
way.
RVing?
Yeah.
Because Leslie had never even camped before.
Nope.
Not tent camped, not RV
Nothing.
camped. I mean, even the little chalets out here, she hadn't even camped in
No.
anything like that. So it was crazy. We were just fed up with the daily grind and the work, and I had already retired from the military and started my civilian career, and it just wasn't going the way that we wanted it to go, and Leslie was kind of fed up with her career.
Yeah.
We're comfortable with our income with military retirement, and so our daughter had 2 more years left in high school, so we said, you know what, we're going to grind out these last 2 years, we're going to pay off everything, and then when she graduates, gets into college, we're gone on the road.
Nice.
Yeah.
So empty nesters and we're out.
Oh yeah.
Very similar to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a few months where we were in Okinawa that we obviously couldn't get on the road, but
Yeah.
pretty much the same situation.
Cool.
I really can't believe she came up with it.
I can't either. I still don't believe it.
And how long have you been doing the full-time RV thing?
About 1.5 years now, and wouldn't trade it. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you mentioned military, so can you tell me a little about that, what you did before?
Yeah, I was a medic in the Army. I did 20 years, did a couple of tours in Iraq, and she did 18 years as a military spouse, supporting all the craziness and the deployments and the schools and the missed holidays and birthdays and Christmases and everything. So I think the military spouse job is a little tougher than the active duty, even though we're the ones going into the fight. I think it's a little tougher for the spouses.
I believe.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. So what made you decide to go with? I know if you guys don't know, they had a Montana before, but they recently just purchased a new house and it's an Alliance. So
Yeah, very nice.
Let's see why you all chose the Alliance.
Why did we choose the Alliance?
You're going to put it all on me?
Because Mama wanted an Alliance.
Okay, that's about right.
Well, it had the upgrades that we wanted out of the Montana that we didn't get. Their model change never fails. When we buy something, features change right after that.
That you really wanted.
Yes.
Yeah. The next model year, it's like, dang.
Yeah.
It's like,
I want that.
Timing was wrong in purchasing, but
Yeah.
they had features that we wanted and fit our lifestyle a little bit better.
And it's not that we didn't love the Montana. We did love the Montana.
Yeah.
Had a lot of great times in the Montana. And really, Alliance wasn't even on the radar.
It really wasn't.
It's fairly new, right?
Yeah, it's very new. They're only 2 years old. A new RV was on the radar.
Oh yeah, that was a big
But
block
Alliance
on my
really
radar.
wasn't. We were really looking at maybe getting into another Montana or maybe a Grand Design, because we did like the Grand Design. But we went to the show. We got to meet Ryan and Coley, who are the co-founders and owners of Alliance. And we got to walk through. They got to tell us all the features, all the great things that Alliance is doing. And it just seemed like a good fit for us to team up with Alliance.
And they had the floor plan you wanted
Exactly.
on top of it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
great, awesome.
Yeah.
And it's wider.
Yeah.
It's wider.
It's more space.
Wider. Yeah.
Yeah.
Typical industry width of an RV is 96 inches, and all the alliances are 101 inches wide.
Nice.
So 5 inches doesn't sound like a lot, but trust me, in the
It's a
RV
big
world,
deal.
5 inches is a big deal.
Big deal in the RV world.
Yeah.
What would you say would be your worst experiences in your year and a half of full-time RVing?
Just one?
How much time do we have?
Whittle it down to one.
What do you think's the worst?
Well, I think our leaks were our worst.
Yeah, we did have a couple of leaks in the Montana, and Keystone did a really good job of taking care of us
Oh,
and,
absolutely.
and helping us
yeah.
out with that. But,
But the frustration of
it is
those
frustrating,
leaks.
yeah, and just
Not knowing where they were. Well, the first one, not knowing where it was
Exactly.
coming from, how
Yeah.
to prevent it.
and trying to stay on track with your travels, because you have a plan, and then when a leak or something derails that, it kind of throws everything off. You're scrambling to call campgrounds to reschedule or cancel, try to get a refund if you're in that window,
Right.
rescheduling for the next one, really not knowing when you're going to be back on the road, because it's very unpredictable. They're like, well, we don't really know until we get the slide out and take a look.
See how
And
bad the damage is.
so that's a little frustrating, but I mean, the good times definitely outweigh the bad.
Yeah.
So you have these little bad times, and you tend to focus on those. But 98% of the time is great.
Yeah, and the
2% of the time is not so great. So we
Big
deal with that
picture.
2% to enjoy the 98%.
Yeah.
As it comes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same with military life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When you're going through it, it seems to all suck.
yeah.
But looking back, you're
You're like,
like,
it
wow,
wasn't that bad.
there was quite a bit of good stuff.
I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Some of the
had a
stuff
good
was all
time.
right.
It's true.
Oh man.
So now that you told us about the worst times and talked about good times, what would you say was the best part so far?
I don't know that I could narrow it down to one single moment or one single place. Just the community, the RV community.
Meeting
Yeah.
the RV people.
Yeah.
Way more relaxed, friendly
Absolutely.
people.
Yeah.
Easygoing.
We know people that we camp next to for 3 or 4 days better than we know our neighbors that we live next to for 7 years.
Yeah.
I
Don't
mean,
even know your neighbors.
yeah.
When
don't
you're
even
living
know
in a
their
house, you don't even
names.
know their names.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, but out here, you walk outside, people will just come up and talk to you. And then you end up talking. Maybe you end up going out having a meal.
Yeah.
Going out
absolutely.
exploring some things, and then you end up with lifelong friends that you never even anticipated. So
Right.
really cool.
It was weird for me starting out again in the RVs where you come into a park and everybody waves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never seen this person ever in your life and they're waving at you. Hi, how you doing?
Nobody does that in neighborhoods
No.
anymore.
No,
You know, they drive right past you.
It's like riding
You're like a
motorcycles.
ghost.
When you go by another motorcycle, you wave
wave.
at them.
Yeah.
Same with RVs.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the RV community's been really great, and being on YouTube has given us an opportunity to meet even more because people will kind of keep up with us and where we're going. They want to meet us, so we've had a chance to meet a lot of great people through that platform also.
And revisit some people,
Yeah,
which has been awesome.
yeah, we're starting to do our rounds and see some
them
people
again?
2 or 3 times.
some-
now,
yeah.
so,
That's awesome.
So now you start
And you
building
get
that.
excited knowing you're
Yeah.
going to re-see somebody.
Yeah. So those friendships and those relationships become even stronger. You
Oh, yeah.
You become closer friends, and it really solidifies that, and you really, like I said, you make lifelong friends. Yeah.
We need to get on the re-see list.
Yeah.
Yeah. You will once you can actually venture out.
We need to get on your re-see list.
Yes.
Pin us in there.
Come on,
Hey,
see
if
me.
you're still in
Yeah.
Washington when
Yeah,
we get
we'll
up
be up
there,
there.
we'll be able to
Yeah.
re-see you.
Absolutely, that would be really
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be.
cool. I would say I could be a tour guide, but I haven't been up there in so long.
Oh,
I need the
yeah.
GPS to get around up there.
Yeah.
On their channel, they feature a lot of military information. They do a lot of tours of military places as well as other places. But one unique feature of their channel is at the end of every channel, they talk about a fallen hero.
End of every video.
End of every video. So, can you tell us about that?
Sure, yeah. When we first started YouTube, of course, you're small. You're not making any money at it.
Right.
That really isn't the point of it at first anyway.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
point of it is just, the point of it is just to document your journey. It was really more for us
Yeah,
than anybody
it was for
else.
us.
For us to go back, being a combat veteran and having a traumatic brain injury, I'm more susceptible to have memory issues, cognitive issues, dementia, Alzheimer's, stuff like that when I get older. So for me, I was like, I want to have memories in case I can't remember.
Yeah.
And not only that, we wanted our children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren to not just see little black and white pictures like we saw.
Yeah.
Right.
We want them to
We
see
had to
our
grow.
personality.
Hear
Yeah.
our voices.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Yeah.
couldn't tell you my grandmother's voice because she
Yeah.
passed when I was 9.
Right.
I
Can't
don't
remember
remember that.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
that's how it started. And before we were making any money at it or anything like that, we said we want to do something to give back to the military community. We couldn't do that monetarily because we weren't making any money on YouTube yet. So we decided what we're going to do is at the end of all of our videos, we're going to honor a fallen hero. And so we pick a fallen hero, generally from my war. You know, Operation Iraqi Freedom, Enduring Freedom, the Middle East, the global war on terrorism. Sometimes we will do, you know, older.
When people request.
Yeah. But for the most part, we pick that. And the way we pick that is, if we don't have anyone who has sent us a request, we will pick the anniversary date of the day that service member made that sacrifice. And so it's an anniversary of that date that they sacrificed for our freedom. So
that's awesome.
so that's really how we picked those. And so once we did start making money on YouTube, we said we're just going to keep doing it.
Absolutely.
Everybody loves it. We love it. It's our favorite part of every video, and so we've been doing it ever since.
That's great.
Yeah.
I wish I'd have thought of it.
Beat you to it.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Another wonderful thing that they do is that they raise money for veterans organizations.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, we once we started making money on YouTube, I really was never expecting to make money on YouTube.
No, you're right.
But once we started making money on YouTube, and like I said before, we have a predictable, reliable income with my retirement.
Right.
And because I was wounded in combat, I do have some disability money that comes in through the VA. And so with both of those combined, we live
We're
comfortably.
Yeah.
We're not rich,
Right.
but we're happy, we're comfortable. And so we decided the money that we make on YouTube, we're going to take a portion of that. And so we make money on other platforms too, you know, Patreon,
Right.
Amazon, through our Wag Swag store.
Right.
We make some money. So a portion of every one of those platforms, we take that money and we donate it to a veteran organization. We do that once every 3 months so we can build up enough for it to make an impact.
Right.
We look for smaller organizations, ones that don't have corporate sponsorships or, you know, big commercials on TV. These people that where a few $100 that
Our
we can
donation's
give
going to go further.
is going to make
Yeah.
an impact. So that's how we do that. And the checks are getting bigger.
Yeah.
So we're really excited about that.
Yeah.
It's fun to find these places. It's fun to showcase these places. And
And get their stories.
it is. Because a lot of these places are just
Volunteer
volunteer
ran.
only.
Yeah.
No funding other than, you know, private donations,
Yeah.
donations from people
From
like
the
us.
community.
And the cool part is people don't actually have to even donate to us.
Right.
Just by watching YouTube, they watch our channel.
Yep.
We get a little bit of revenue from that. We pass that on to the veteran organization. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the only way they make money on the YouTubes though is if you watch the commercials. So when you're watching the Wags and the commercials come on, leave it run. Leave it run. You're helping veterans out.
That's right.
We actually collaborated with these guys and a few other channels a while back. You probably saw the red shirts that we sold out and everything. And that was great. That was when we were still in Okinawa. That was great for us to be a part of as such a small channel. I think it really helped us out quite a bit during the earlier phases of our channel so far. And it's just something really cool. We still wear them all the time on Friday. Well, we try to wear them all the time on Fridays.
It was an honor to be a part of that.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
very
great.
cool.
It was
And that one alone raised $10,000 and something, correct?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
over
just
$10,000.
a little
Over 20 RV, YouTube, veteran service member channels
Right.
collaborated and sold a bunch of T-shirts. Raised over $10,000 for Vets to Vets United out in Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina. Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that was a great thing. So we had a really good time doing that.
Yeah.
So now I'm really glad we finally got to meet you after
Yeah.
so many
Yeah.
months. Just hanging out in lives, it's way different.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah. And we have more in common. I mean, everybody has the RV thing in common, but we have that we both served. We're both
Right.
veterans. So even though we're meeting for the first time, it kind of feels like we already know each other.
Yeah.
And almost any veteran, you can just
Yeah,
strike up a
like
conversation,
you're meeting a stranger.
Yeah.
and you just feel like you know them already.
Yeah.
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 Everybody's gone through very similar
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
with the when you had the veteran piece on it for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, a couple
Absolutely.
drinks in there, the stories get even better.
Yeah.
The tails get tall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Caught a fish this
Yeah.
big.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh man.
Another unique part of their channel is a very unique family
Ah.
member. They have a pet like no other YouTube channel out there that I know
That
of.
I've seen.
Yeah. Can you tell us about Scout?
That's your baby. Tell them about Scout.
Scout, my baby. This is the cutest darn lizard you will ever see. And he is the best travel companion to take on the road.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have got a cat or a dog
Yeah.
just to have a pet. I would have just gone without
Yeah.
if we hadn't had already experienced the beardy life when we were in the house.
Beardy life.
Beardy life.
The beardy life.
The beardy
Yeah. So
life.
he's our bearded dragon, and actually he'll be 3 years old here in a couple of days, April 1st.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I got a Marine Corps buddy. His birthday's April.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Really?
Very cool.
He was a joke.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got to meet Scout
Yeah.
over there. He was crawling around in their new RV, and she actually took him for a walk out in the grass. I was waiting for him to slay some bees, but we didn't get to see that one. Maybe next time.
Yeah.
But Scout's pretty cool. He's fun to hang out
He's
with
a
too.
conversational starter
Oh, I
in
bet.
the
Yeah.
community
He's
too.
a magnet. People
Yeah,
come over and
people
wow,
are
what's
just
Yeah.
in
that?
awe.
When we have him out, people start flocking around.
Yeah.
And say,
Yeah.
well, what is that?
Yeah.
What's that?
What do you got on a
Grass?
leash?
Yeah.
Weird.
Very cool.
Well, why don't you go ahead and tell anybody about what about your channel? What do you got coming up? Anything you want to say? About your
Traveling
channel?
out west for the first time.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
coming up very soon. More donations to veteran organizations. We try to go live once a month, and we try to line that up with the donations so we can talk about those charity organizations. And we're just really excited to go out west because
Yes.
the Army never sent us out west.
Never.
So it's all going to be all new to us,
Yeah.
and hopefully new to some of the others who are watching.
Yeah,
And hopefully it'll inspire some folks to get out there in RV too.
absolutely. Not too many though.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
Just thinking their spaces.
save us the space.
All right. Well, if you're still here, thanks for sticking around till the end, and we'll see you next time on Jaw Jacking with Jarhead and Ginger.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.